Welcome back to Stocklabs, another market recap. We're into June now, so, the summer trading environment is kind of in full swing, which means that there's not a whole lot going on. So, for the past week, we had the Qs up 2.8% almost. Pretty good week. S&P was up 1.3. The Dow was flat, up 0.25%. And the Russell was down 2%. So pretty large deviation from the cap weighted indices, the big cap weighted indices. We had crude was also down 2.4%. Gold was down 1.7%, so not a whole lot going on there. And if we check the leaders, they all did actually pretty well. So Nvidia up 10% on the week. I mean, this is the second biggest company in the world by market cap, and it's moving 10% in a week. So the market will basically never go down under those circumstances. If Nvidia keeps going up, the market's going to keep going up. Meta also up 5.5%. Amazon up 4.5%. Apple up 2.4%. Apple has kind of maybe found a little bit of its footing. I don't know. It was kind of doing poorly for most of the year. It's finally green on the year, up 2.25%. Microsoft up 2% for the week. Google up 1.13%. And Tesla flat to down on the week, and also down almost 30% for the year. So Tesla kind of not doing great for 2024. If we look at our industries for this past week, they were all red. So basic materials down 4.75%, industrials down 3%, utilities also down 3%. Utilities have been sliding recently after being kind of bulletproof for a long time, and the rest were fractionally down, anywhere from 0.5% to 2%, somewhere in there. If we look at our leadership sectors, we don't really have any. On the upside, the best sector was semiconductors. Best subsector was semiconductors, and it wasn't even up 5% for the week. So, on the downside, we've got some poor performers. A lot of the industrial metals, copper, aluminum. We've got silver, gold, oil and gas stocks, solar stocks, energy-related things, all down pretty significantly for the week. So it wasn't great from that standpoint. And if we look at breadth by market cap, 1 to 5 billion cap stocks were down 1.9%. 5 to 10 billion down also 1.9%. 10 to 50 billion down 1%. 50 to 100 billion down 0.75%. Over 100 billion cap up 1%. So wild deviation from the market. If your company was worth less than $100 billion, most likely it was down this past week. So very high concentration in the highest capped stocks this past week. Not sure if that means the market is thinning out even more than it already has, but generally hasn't made for the best trading environment when the tape looks like this. So we'll see. As far as the Stocklabs intelligence for this past week, or for the coming week, we've got Nvidia long and utilities long, and that's it. So Stocklabs does not really have a whole lot of opinion on upside for the coming week. And on the downside, gold miners bearish, crypto bearish, and bear oil and gas bearish. So, maybe a little bit of rotation back into the oil and gas type stuff that took a spill the past week, but other than that, really not a whole lot to go on here. So our oscillator is basically in the middle of the, red and blue range. Maybe it'll get back down to oversold. If the market gets oversold, it's about as safe as it gets to buy, especially in the summer, because in general, nothing that significant happens in the summer months. So, market gets oversold, just, get in there and take some risk and should pay off fairly quickly. So, as far as this coming week, I think maybe you're looking at some choppy stuff. I mean, I think the Federal Reserve, maybe the Fed does another decision. I mean, they're not going to raise rates. They're not going to cut rates, whatever. They're just going to keep everything the same. GameStop had a wild week the past week. Not sure if there's any more to that story. Roaring Kitty had a live stream Friday afternoon, which by all accounts wasn't that impressive. So not sure if the GameStop momentum will get sparked again, but maybe. And yeah, I think that's it. So basically, not a whole lot to do this week. I think, if you have vacation to go on or anything else to do, you're not going to miss out on anything big. So that's all from me. Hope you guys have a good week out there and enjoy the good weather for the summer. And we'll be back next week to see how the middle of June's going. Talk to you later. Bye.